You're paying airport prices for bottled water, fighting for an outlet, and trying to nap under a blaring departure board. Meanwhile, just a few steps away, travelers who know the map are getting everything for free. You think you've seen your terminal inside out, but a dozen tiny signs and unmarked corridors say otherwise? Here's the real shocker. The best perks are hidden in plain sight, and the trick isn't status. It's knowing where to look and what to ask. Stay with me because the last perk is the one almost nobody checks, even though it can turn a dead hour into a mini-city tour. Watch till the end so you don't miss this on your next flight. Number 1, hidden hydration points. You've just passed a kiosk selling bottled water for $5 and you buy it without thinking. But a few meters away, tucked behind a column near Gate 24, there's a stainless steel fountain with an integrated refill station. Cold, filtered, and absolutely free. Many airports now install these refill points after studies showed that 60% of passengers were frustrated with overpriced bottled drinks. The trick? They're rarely signposted in big letters. In Singapore's Changi Airport, the refill taps are discreetly placed near restrooms and sometimes even behind waiting areas. In US hubs like LAX or JFK, you'll find them in the connector corridors between terminals, places you wouldn't stroll through unless you were changing gates. Not only does this save money, it's better for the environment, with some refill counters displaying real-time stats of bottles saved from landfills. If you're traveling internationally, check the airport's website map before flying and note the water station icons. It's worth the 30 seconds. And the best part? While others queue at Starbucks for iced water, you'll already be boarding with a full bottle in hand. In the next tip, we'll leave the crowded gate area entirely for a spot so quiet, you might forget you're in an airport at all. Number 2, silence in the chaos. Airports are designed for movement, rolling suitcases, constant announcements, and the low roar of jet engines bleeding in from the tarmac. But hidden in certain terminals are oases of calm, quiet zones. These aren't just empty seating areas, they're purpose-built spaces with sound-dampening walls, plush reclining chairs, and often dedicated charging ports. Helsinki Airport was one of the first to market the concept, after research showed that noise levels in departure halls regularly exceed 70 decibels, enough to spike stress hormones in travelers. Many Middle Eastern hubs, like Doha's Hamad International, take it further with dimmed lighting and sleeping pods you can use free for an hour. The catch? They're rarely in the main traffic flow. You might need to follow subtle signage, take an escalator to a mezzanine, or slip behind a glass door that looks like it leads to an office corridor. But once inside, you'll notice your shoulders drop, your breathing slow, and your phone battery ticking up faster without fighting for an outlet. A quick tip: check the airport's map app before your trip. Type quiet or relaxation into the search. Some terminals keep these zones off public maps to control crowding, but gate agents often know exactly where they are if you ask discreetly. Next, we'll trade peace for speed, how to tap into faster Wi-Fi without paying a cent. Number 3, the speed trap. You settle into a seat near your gate, connect to the airport's free Wi-Fi, and watch the loading wheel spin endlessly. Meanwhile, 2 gates down, a passenger is streaming a movie in HD without a hiccup. What most travelers miss is that airport Wi-Fi isn't evenly distributed. Some gates sit right under high-capacity routers, often installed for business lounges or airline staff, and their signal bleeds into public areas. In London Heathrow's Terminal 5, tests have shown speeds at certain gates hit 80 Mbps, while others barely scratch 5 Mbps. The same pattern plays out at JFK, Dubai, and Sydney. The reason? Physical router placement and fewer connected devices in less popular gate areas. Even the materials in walls or glass dividers can cut your speed in half. Here's the quiet hack. Before settling in, open a speed test app and walk a short loop near your gate. You'll often see the jump in real time. Gates near closed lounges or at the far ends of concourses tend to be the sweet spots. And if you're on a long layover, moving to a different concourse altogether, still airside, can mean the difference between a frozen Zoom call and a smooth video chat. Next, we'll swap digital speed for physical convenience, how to roll your luggage with 0 rental fees at airports where most people still pay for the privilege. Number 4, wheels without the fee. It's 6:45 a.m. in a packed arrivals hall. You've just cleared customs, your arms ache from hauling 2 heavy bags, and the cart station flashes a $7 rental fee. Most travelers dig into their wallets, yet in some airports, the same carts are completely free. The difference isn't generosity, it's policy. Airports like Singapore Changi, Seoul Incheon, and Munich treat baggage carts as part of the passenger service experience, while others outsource them to private operators who charge per use. According to a 2024 IATA survey, over 40% of major airports worldwide still offer carts free of charge, but you have to know where to look. In many cases, free carts are clustered at less obvious points, secondary exits, train connections, or in transit areas, while the ones right in front of you require payment. Here's the play. Before your trip, check the airport's amenities page. If carts are free somewhere on site, follow signage to rail transfers or long-term parking. After baggage claim, you'll often find a stash. And in certain hubs like Dubai, staff will bring one over if you ask politely, no coins or cards needed. It's not just about saving a few dollars. Having a cart ready can shave minutes off your transfer time and spare you from dropping a bag mid-sprint. Next, we'll go from rolling out of arrivals to stepping straight into a city tour, without ever leaving airport property on your own dime. Number 5, layover turned adventure. You've landed in Seoul with a 6-hour layover, and the thought of sitting in the terminal makes your legs ache. Most travelers scroll their phones, but a small group at Gate 112 is boarding a shuttle, no boarding pass required. They're headed on a free city tour, courtesy of the airport. Airports like Incheon, Singapore, Changi, and Istanbul run these excursions to promote tourism, often including transport, a guide, and stops at landmarks, all without costing passengers a cent. The catch? You usually need a layover of at least 5 to 6 hours and your passport handy for immigration clearance. Sign-up desks are often hidden in transfer zones away from main traffic. In Incheon, for example, the desk sits near transit hotel reception. At Changi, it's tucked beside Terminal 2's info counter. Spots fill quickly. Some tours cap at 20 people, so the smartest move is to register online before you even leave home. Not only do these tours give you a taste of the city, they turn what could be wasted hours into a highlight of your trip. And yes, they'll get you back in time for your next flight. These programs are run with airline cooperation to avoid missed connections. Up next, we'll head back inside the terminal to uncover a comfort perk that people pay for in spas. Only here, you can get it for free if you know where to sit. Number 6, spa seat surprise. You're walking past a glossy row of massage chairs near Gate C18, and the sign says $2 for 5 minutes. Most travelers assume every chair is pay to use, but scattered around certain airports are identical-looking seats that cost nothing at all. The trick? They're often sponsored by airlines, wellness brands, or even tourism boards, and tucked into less trafficked corners where the goal is promotion, not profit. Tokyo's Haneda Airport, for example, hides free massage chairs in its domestic terminal relaxation zone. In Helsinki, you'll find them near long-haul gates with no coin slot, just sit and enjoy. Even in the US, smaller regional airports sometimes install complimentary chairs as part of passenger comfort initiatives. The limitation is usually time. Some models shut off automatically after 10 minutes, but you can often restart them if no one is waiting. Keep an eye out for chairs without payment hardware, or ask an attendant in nearby lounges if the public ones are complimentary. Mini fact: a 2023 passenger satisfaction survey showed that just 15% of travelers knew free massage chairs existed in their departure airports. That means fewer people competing for them, if you know where they are. Next, we'll swap adult comfort for family sanity, a free space where your kids can burn energy while you recharge. Number 7, the parent's lifeline. It's 2 hours until boarding. Your toddler is restless and every minute feels like an hour. While many parents resort to screen time in crowded seating areas, some airports have an entirely different solution: indoor playgrounds that are free, safe, and surprisingly well equipped. Places like Zurich Airport's Family Services Zone or Doha Hamad International's giant climbing structures turn layovers into playdates with slides, tunnels, and soft mats that meet strict safety standards. These spaces aren't just for kids, they're sanity savers for adults. Many have seating for parents, charging ports, and even staff supervision at certain hours. In Helsinki, for instance, play areas near Gate 16 are staffed during peak holiday travel, so you can grab a coffee while your kids burn off energy. The challenge is finding them. Signage can be minimal, often using vague icons rather than words, and they're sometimes located near less busy gates to avoid crowding. Check terminal maps for family area or kids zone, and don't be afraid to ask an information desk. They often know of hidden spots not shown on public maps. Pro tip: even if you're traveling without children, these areas can be quieter than main waiting halls, especially in the mornings, making them an unexpected refuge. Coming up, we'll leave the playground for one of the best photography spots in the entire airport, where the view is free but the timing is everything. Number 8. The $1 million view. Some travelers race to their gate, sit down, and never move until boarding. But in nearly every major airport, there's at least one spot with a panoramic, unobstructed view of the runway, a place plane enthusiasts call a spotting window. These aren't just for aviation geeks, they're prime real estate for anyone who wants that perfect takeoff or landing shot without buying a lounge pass. At Amsterdam Schiphol, an open-air observation deck lets you stand just meters from taxiing aircraft. In Hong Kong International, a glass-walled viewing gallery above Terminal 1 gives you a front-row seat to one of the world's busiest aprons. Even in the US, Seattle-Tacoma has floor-to-ceiling windows tucked behind the food court with stunning Mount Rainier backdrops. The trick is timing. Mornings often give you the best light and fewer heat waves in your photos, while evenings capture dramatic silhouettes. Mini fact: some airports even publish spotting guides for enthusiasts, complete with lens recommendations and aircraft schedules, information most casual travelers never see. Finding these spots can be as simple as following observation deck signs, but in some airports they're unmarked to limit crowds. Ask a staff member where they'd go for the best runway view. You might be surprised how willing they are to share. Next, we'll step away from the glass to explore a quieter perk, an entire art gallery or cultural exhibition inside the terminal, free for anyone with a boarding pass. Number 9. Culture at the gate. Most passengers rush past terminal corridors, eyes on flight boards, never realizing they're walking through curated exhibitions that could rival city museums. Many airports now invest in art and cultural displays to enhance the passenger experience, and they're free for anyone who bothers to slow down. San Francisco International's museum galleries rotate exhibits from aviation history to contemporary sculpture. Amsterdam Schiphol partners with the Rijksmuseum to showcase Dutch masterpieces just steps from the departure gates. In Doha's Hamad International, the giant lamp bear sculpture has become an icon, but smaller rotating exhibits and quieter concourses offer just as much intrigue. According to a 2024 ACI report, over 60% of international hubs now feature permanent or rotating art spaces, yet fewer than 25% of travelers actively seek them out. These displays aren't just decoration, they're a deliberate strategy to make layovers memorable, and sometimes even tell the cultural story of the destination you're flying to. Pro tip: check the airport's website for art program or exhibitions before your trip. Some have guided tours during off-peak hours, which means you can get a personal walkthrough without paying a cent. Rewatch, share, queue. If even one of these perks was news to you, save this video for your next trip and send it to the travel buddy who always claims they've seen everything at the airport. Airports can be more than just a place to wait. They're packed with hidden perks that can save you money, time, and stress. From free water stations and quiet zones to Wi-Fi sweet spots, massage chairs, and even city tours, all it takes is curiosity to unlock them. Next time you fly, explore beyond your gate and claim what's already yours. If you found this helpful, like, subscribe, and share it with your travel buddy. Safe travels, and see you in the next video.